there. I started taking video of my different growth spaces, but I never actually got further from this room because I've been really busy. I noticed that I had videoed, I finalized the videos and noticed I didn't got everything recorded. I had pressed the button for funny ways and didn't check. So it took me a while to actually come back to this, and I've already made some changes. So let me get back to a little bit. So I put back the shelf here, moved all the big ones down there, and the smaller ones are here. I'm going to show you quickly what I have there, and then I'm going to move up there, but let's get this going. So hold on a second. So here is my Cattleya Pomeraniana Red. They are quite close to the light. Don't know how it's going to fare, but let's see. That's my sister's Ludemaniana. I just reported it. This is 15 centimeters pot. It's been growing quite nicely. It has 2 leads, so that's going to my sister this month. She's getting that one, and there's the seedlings. They are quite close to the light. I've noticed that, for example, these brassias, they love the light, so they are getting direct light. This Tenebrosa, I'm keeping it a little bit further away, so it's not directly underneath. Same as this Catlethonia, which is crossed with Red Drum and Arizona. And then a little bit shadier place, because it's summer, is my Dendrobium nobile, the species, and it's covered by the Spectabile. And there's the rest of them, which I showed you. And let's get up. There we are. So these are really close to my humidifiers. I have 2 of them. I use them because the humidity is really low in Finland in houses, and I feel that I feel better as well to have a little bit higher humidity than normal. I think it's like under 20% or something so similar. I know some doesn't like to use them. I do. It's also for my own sake. So there's my Paphiopedal nivium, or nivium, which way you want to see. And I just reported it not that long time ago, and I think it's growing quite nicely. There's like roots going all around. And the new leaves of the fan is growing quite nicely. It's not directly underneath the light, so it's not getting too much light. Okay, and there's the no ID Phalaenopsis. Doing Phalaenopsis thing, growing, having lots of leaves. And there is my Phalaenopsis japonica, crossed with Vandopsis parisi, or it's Phalaenopsis as well, I think. Not doing much. Growing those roots. New one coming, as you can see. And there's my carnivorous plants, which I think a month ago I took them off from the dormancy place. And here's my only for now Tolumnia. I had little bit issues with it, but I think I got it right this time. This is the newest leaf. It's growing quite nicely. I'm hoping it to actually push forward soon. It shows that it's in sphagnum, but I actually haven't had that much sphagnum in there. And as you can see, the roots are doing quite nicely in there. So in my environment, these needs loads of humidity around the roots, because I'm not able to actually keep them in baskets. It would dry up in seconds. So this is the only way to do it in here. And there is my Stylish Gigantea red spots, growing roots all around. And this newest leaf is actually growing quite thick compared to the old ones, so I think it's getting adulting here now. And this is my rescue Phalaenopsis from garden shop, and as you can see it has the roots, so I'm letting it to bloom. And this one, it's the Paphiopedalum, I think it was De Perle, but it's not, it didn't have any ID. It's no ID, but my friends from the Orchid Association ID'd it and told me that it should be De Perle. And that's the newest fan. It's growing quite nicely. It's also doing funny stuff with its roots. If I can find, oh yeah, there it is. See that? Oh. So the root is growing out. I'm sorry I cannot get you a better view of it, but it's growing all its roots around the pot. I don't know why this one is doing like this. You saw Navium. It's doing quite nicely. It's growing the roots down in the media. This is the only one it was growing already like that when I bought it, and it's continuing doing that. I don't know what sort of like thing it's doing, but yeah. This is my no ID Paphiopedalum. I have no idea what color it is. It came in the same pot with this small one, which is yellow flowered, but they are not close to each other, so you can see from the leaf color and the mottling and all, they are not the same. So this is a bit surprise, rather dark horse, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. This one looked something like Armenicum. I think it wasn't like it didn't have any ID. I bought it 2019 show from Karke, and they were in the same pot, so I just took that one. Here's that Leonis growing nicely. Those were the two roots you remember when I was repotting. Yep. And this one is so funny. So there's the other root which is going down. I think there is more somewhere, but the other one, I don't know why it's doing this. It's pushing it upwards. But yeah, that's Vanda tricolor suavis. And I managed to got the extension cord. So now all these are not getting too much light as they were before. And there is my Philadelphia. I actually have to take it from the shelf and show you, because I'm unable to actually show you it in here. Hold on a second. So this has grown this leaf after it had flowered. The spike was from this side. It was in December, and it's been growing roots quite nicely, so you can see there is loads of them. And I need to show you something. Okay, can you see that one between these leaves? Yep, that says flower spike. So this one decided to bloom again, and that's only because we had this cold spell. There was coming this Antarctic blast from the North Pole down into Scandinavia, especially Finland. So we had like late April, we had snow and all, so this temperature in my room dropped like 1 or 2 degrees, so it was underneath 20 degrees, so you know who is going to bloom. So that's why I have this one spiking. that was actually spiking because of the warmer days. So sometimes Phalaenopsis might act like summer blooming. This one did like that. But this one is clearly winter blooming. So sorry about that if I was too fast with this one. Hopefully I didn't make you feel dizzy. So yeah, blooming again. I'm going to move that soon. Oh yeah, I have one more spike. Just a second. Oops, hopefully I'm not shaking too much, but that thing there is a root and a spike next to each other. As you can see. So this is this one, you remember when we reported it. It's been growing quite nicely, the roots. There is like something coming down to the pot. And this is actually, it was initialized because of the cooler temperature. So it, as you can see, it started the leaf, then it took a break, started the blooming spike, and now I don't know what it's doing, but yeah. Let's get you down next. So here we are. I have moved some of the plants off, as you can see, so it's more room here. I'm going to take this off from here because I know that it's really flicking a lot and I don't like how it looks like. So this is the Ringostylis gigantea peach, and it hasn't done any new roots except that one which is in there, but it did grow this leaf after I had, and now you can actually see something. So after I reported it into this sphagnum moss, it grew this leaf here. So it's not anymore bending upwards, which it used to be able to do, and it's getting back that sap thingy, which it likes to actually ooze. So this is doing quite nice, and as you can see, this leaf is already twice as big as this one, and I think it's still growing. So switching from pure bark into sphagnum moss was better idea than some might actually assume with this one. So if you have issues with gigantea, just go with the moss, but adjust the moss according to the root system. So for example, I have a quite thick layer of chunky bark underneath here, and only the roots are in this moss, and there are some chunks of bark inside there as well. Quickly taking a look at these. This is my sister's Tigrina. I promised to take care of it and rehabilitate it. And so it's been here for a while now. And this one is that Dendrobium spectabile crossed with macrophyllum, and it's doing quite nicely. Haven't seen roots yet, but it just finished off with this growth, which is similar size as was the other one. This was growing when I reported it. I cannot get this stick out because it's jammed somewhere there, I think. Yeah, so, no, now I can actually move it. Yeah, okay, moved. So it's growing quite nicely, having now 2 leaves instead of just 1. This is causing me gray hairs. Its leaves are really losing the color. Maybe it's way too bright light, I don't know. I have to figure out this one. I think it's starting new growth down there. Otherwise it hasn't grown since this one for a while. So, and this wasn't as big as the other one, but I think it was because of the thrips. They got really badly on this one. I've been giving my eyes on it, but this new one has been clean, except from that funny colored leaves. Oh yeah, and that one which I just showed you, it was Dendrobium phalaenopsis type. And this one is antelope type, and it's really difficult to actually video for you because it's so huge. It's got a little bit tinge on its leaves because it's right next to the light. But since it wants to be there, I'm letting it be there. This cane is the biggest one it has grown with me. That's one of the old canes. It came to me spring 2019. The phalaenopsis type came to me, I think I bought it 2017 or 18, so it's quite old, but it has never thrived with me, or it has been growing, but it hasn't bloomed after I bought it. This is growing new roots there. As you can see, it's like pushing it out really hard. I'm contemplating maybe I would reverse the media and put it a bit more lower than it is now, and maybe take a look at the roots. It's got, if you are looking into this, so it has that sort of nubbins there, but they have been here ever since I got it in spring 2000. I think these came like 2020. I bought this 2019. So it has had those ever since, but it hasn't bloomed. So I'm not sure what it's waiting for. Maybe because of the thrips it hasn't bloomed. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. So this is Penan Little Maggie crossed with Den Lasianthera. So this is one of the divisions I have. So this is the other division, and it's from Karke. I haven't found this Penang Little Maggie. Might actually have to research it again. Have they actually register it? But I found only Little Star, not Little Maggie. But this is the smallest division of it. I divided it in 2019, and I think there's again that nubbin thing, but they haven't been moving since 1 year ago. And this is the latest new growth. As you can see, it's pushing out roots quite nicely. It has two growing directions, and this is actually looking for a new home. So I'm trying to maintain like one plant per like certain plants or orchid. So I would like to get rid of it at some point, and I can ship it into Europe. But yeah, so this one is just growing. I'm hoping that this year, this summer, when I'm able to actually put them outside into that hot sun, I'm able to get it to bloom eventually. So this is the new shelf. I just got the light in there. It's quite strong, so that's why I only have the one. I still have that Hoya there. I'm going to move it because I'm going to need this room for all these plants here, as you can see, which have moved here. And let me show you some things. So, sorry. So that's Brassia. It doesn't have any name or anything. It was just Brassia, which I bought from Karke at the show. And it's been growing this suitable for a long time now. I think it started last year. Don't remember when. It has been always a good, both of my Brassias are good making roots, as you can see. So there's loads of them. And if I'm able to, I'm going to show you the flower spike, which is coming in there. I'm able to show you. Yeah, I think you can see that there. Haven't seen another one, but it's making one flower spike. So yay, Brassica is going to bloom for me. This is the Oncidium sweet sugar, and it's really huge. I'm unable to show you that, but I'm going to insert the video which I was able to actually record so that you know how it is. And I got this as a gift from Karke. We have been working for the winter. Oh, where's the tag? Not sure where I have lost the tag. I need to go and search for it at some point. But this should be sweet sugar, or it is because it has the tag. So when I got it, hold on a sec. I just water it. That's why it looks so wet. So it had like this and that. I think the third one, yeah. So these three pseudobulbs. And the snails ate all the roots from this one. So when I got it, it was rootless. Literally, it didn't have any roots. So I put it into the paludarium. It grew that new pseudobulb, I think, in there. And then I took it off. It might be that I grew this one as well. But anyway, at least this one is from me. I would need to go back with my videos. So then it grew, at least last year it grew that one. It started this one last year, and it's actually really slow with the pseudobulb, so it's still like growing it. And if you look at from the side, it is actually similar size. And I'm starting to think that I really need to repot this into a bigger pot, because all these roots are up here. Barely any are going actually down there. Some I can see, and as you can see, the old bulbs are wrinkling quite badly. So I might like uppot this. I just take it off, put it into a new one, and that's it, because I think I repotted it like last year. Yeah. And about the size. So if you ever intend to have the sweet sugar, just take notice that this leaf is over 30, it's like 31 centimeters tall. And then there's the bulb, which is like 7.5 centimeters tall. So these can actually grow to be really large plants. And then they take a lot of space. Well, I'm sure plenty of you know what the Oncidiums really are. They are not space saver, so most of them. So yeah, that's my thought. I might be actually repotting it afterwards, after this one, and get these roots down there. And haven't bloomed for me. It came with the bloom. Haven't bloomed for me after that. I'm hoping to see the bloom at some point. They were really cute yellow ones. That one is my Laelia purpurata, which is the biggest one, and it's still growing the newest leaf. That one, as you can see, it's actually flowering soon. So that's, it was called like Odontoclosum barocco or something. Don't know the real name. This is my oldest orchid. Still recovering from my old care. So I'm hoping it would double the newest growth size. So there is like 2 of them. Haven't seen it blooming. Don't wait for it to bloom actually. Way too small for that. And that's my Chirakiku. Almost forgot what it was. So it's now quite close to the light. I'm trying to blast it with light. As you can see, the roots are growing quite nicely, and the new growths as well. Yeah, I'm in a bit awkward position, so hold on a sec, I'll go backwards. So that Gyrokiku, I've been growing it. I've been watering it less now that it has that good root growth, so that the roots are going to down into the media. Not scientific, I just tend to do that. So that's how I'm getting them to actually search for the water. So that was this room. There is actually some spilled over plants. So this is the new Phalaenopsis I bought for myself, just because I felt like it. I just thought it was beautiful, and yeah, I just brought it with me home. And this is the Cymbidium entifolium, and it's actually growing new growth there. I think it's a growth and not a flower spike, so it's staying here until I'm getting it out. So these were the only ones that I have, except from the flowers on the shelves. It's filling up quite nicely, and don't worry, I still have room for more shelves. Okay, take care. Bye now.